Welcome back to the channel, Barca and football fans. We've got huge updates for you today, from Arsenal planning a shock move for Frenkie de Jong, to Borussia Dortmund pushing for Barcelona wonderkid Gil Fernandez, and even Harry Kane praising Lamine Yamal after his stunning La Liga opener. Plus, we'll talk about Lewandowski's speedy recovery and the big midfield battle under Hansi Flick. A lot is happening at Camp Nou and in the transfer market, so stay tuned until the end for all the details. Barcelona midfielder Frenkie de Jong is said to have been identified as a target for Arsenal boss Mikel Arteta for next summer's transfer window. The Gunners will hope that their 1-0 victory on Sunday against Manchester United can be the beginning of a successful Premier League campaign. New signings like Victor Gyökeres and Martin Zubimendi made their competitive domestic debuts for the Londoners, and they have been part of a summer overhaul totaling nearly £200 million. Arteta could make further additions this summer, though given the meticulous nature of the Spaniard's approach, it would not be surprising if he was already drawing up plans for future transfer windows. Fishages report that the Arsenal manager is planning on signing de Jong from Barcelona next summer, when his contract expires, and that he sees the midfielder as a perfect signing. Does Frenkie de Jong make sense for Arsenal and Arteta? Arsenal signed Zubimendi to play at the base of midfield, and the 26-year-old is likely to be a mainstay in the 11 for years to come. Declan Rice was originally deployed as a number 6 when he joined the club in 2023, but he has since excelled as a number 8, and he is unlikely to be dropped for de Jong. The Barca man would also face difficulties taking Martin Odegaard's spot considering the Norwegian is the club's captain. De Jong may also not be the best fit for Arsenal's needs considering the Gunners have at times struggled creatively, and while the Dutchman is an excellent passer, he is not a final third specialist having registered 4 or fewer assists in each of his past 7 league campaigns. Will Arteta still be in charge next summer if he fails to win the Premier League? Arteta has consistently shown that he can challenge for the Premier League title, but after finishing second for 3 consecutive seasons, pressure is mounting on the Spaniard. Failure to win the title this term could see questions raised about his position as boss, especially as the club's last trophy was the FA Cup in 2020. Striker Gyökeres struggled to make an impact against Manchester United, completing just 4 passes while failing to produce a single shot, and his performance has raised concerns about his suitability for Arteta's system. If the Arsenal head coach does not get the best out of his players in 2025-26, then he could find himself under significant pressure before the 2026-27 season. The board at La Liga giants Barcelona do not intend to terminate the contract of goalkeeper Inaki Pena this summer. That's according to Diario Sport, who have on Sunday provided a fresh insight into the situation of the 26-year-old. Shotstopper Pena is for his part of course widely expected to be on the move before the summer is out. Following the arrival of João Garcia in Hansi Flick's squad, the 26-year-old has tumbled ever further down the pecking order between the posts at Barcelona. Initially, the understanding was that the Camp Nou brass were giving real consideration to terminating Pena's contract, to allow the Spaniard to link up with one of his many suitors on a free transfer. This stance, however, has since changed. As per a report from Sport, the Blaugrana club rules out the termination of his contract so as not to pay him this season's salary and is negotiating an extension until 2027 to loan him for 1 year with a non-mandatory purchase option. FC Barcelona have a plethora of young talents with great promise coming through the ranks at La Masia, one of whom happens to be Gil Fernandez. Just 17 years of age, the young midfielder has already participated in 2 pre-seasons with the Barca first-team squad, having traveled to the USA last year before flying to Asia this summer. An official senior debut is yet to materialize for Gil, who was in the squad for Saturday's La Liga game against Mallorca but remained an unused substitute. Borussia Dortmund want Gil Fernandez. Now though, journalist Gianluigi Longari reports that Bundesliga giants Borussia Dortmund have taken an interest in Gil Fernandez and have lodged an inquiry with Barcelona for his availability. Gil, 17, has a contract with the Catalan giants until the summer of 2027. However, at the moment, there is no pathway into the senior team for the youngster, given the competition for places in the midfield department. And with Barca Athletic playing in the RFEF Segunda Division, the 4th tier of Spanish football, Gil is seen as a player well above that level. It has given way to speculations about his future, with either a loan exit or even a permanent departure with a buyback option being considered. The 17-year-old midfielder has no shortage of admirers, and Borussia Dortmund have taken the first step by making an inquiry for the player. The ball is firmly in Gil's court, who will have to decide whether he wants to stay and continue his development at Barca Athletic while training with the first team or seek a new challenge elsewhere. Bayern Munich star Harry Kane has this weekend moved to reveal his appreciation for the talents of a member of the attacking ranks at La Liga champions Barcelona. The player in question? Lamine Yamal. Wideman Lamine is for his part of course fresh off kicking his 2025-26 campaign into gear in style on Saturday night. Afforded a starting berth in Barcelona's La Liga opener against Mallorca, the 18-year-old laid on his side's first goal, before rounding out the scoring in a 3-0 win courtesy of a brilliant left-footed strike. Such excellence, despite his tender years, has become almost expected of Lamine at this point, with the Spanish international already widely considered to be amongst the very best players in world football. Speaking during his own exchange with the media this weekend, the aforementioned Harry Kane was therefore asked for his take on Lamine's talents. And in quotes provided to Marca, the England international went on to explain. He's a fantastic player. Obviously, the fact that he's doing what he's doing at such a young age is incredible. He looks like he has a great future ahead of him. Let's see if we face Barcelona in the Champions League this year. I'm happy for him. He's a fantastic player. If there is one area of the pitch where Barcelona manager Hansi Flick is spoilt for choice, it is the midfield. The German coach can field two starting quality midfields and still have a piece left over once the young Marc Bernal is fully fit. Pedri and Frenkie de Jong appear to be untouchable in Flick's starting lineup, while Fermin Lopez started as the number 10 in the La Liga opener versus Mallorca. It meant three other top-quality midfielders, Gavi, Dani Olmo and Marc Casado, were left on the bench, of which two got an opportunity in the second half. Indeed, Casado was the midfielder who was left as an unused substitute by Flick. Casado understands the challenge, prepared to fight. Now, according to Sport, Casado knows he will have to fight for minutes this season and accepts the challenge. After a slightly turbulent summer in which talk of a potential departure surfaced more than once, with Barca and the players' entourage receiving offers, the La Masia graduate now realizes how difficult it will be to earn minutes at his club. However, Casado is a player who has always given everything for Barca. As such, he has made it clear to his agents that they should not entertain outside proposals, particularly from the Premier League where several clubs including Chelsea have shown interest. While he might not have gotten any minutes against Mallorca, soon Barcelona will start playing 2 matches per week, at which point Flick will have to rotate his troops, and Casado is bound to get some minutes. The midfielder understands that the outlook at the start of 2025-26 is far tougher for him compared to last season, when he became an untouchable in Flick's plans following Bernal's ACL injury. But Casado is willing to dig in and fight for his place. Barcelona kicked off their La Liga campaign without Robert Lewandowski leading the attack, as the striker was sidelined through injury. Despite his absence, the team handled business well, securing victory over Mallorca thanks to other attackers stepping up. Now, the good news for Barca fans is that Lewandowski's recovery is going faster than expected. While he was initially projected to miss around 3 weeks, reports suggest the Polish striker could return to action much sooner, giving Hansi Flick a huge boost up front. Lewandowski's recovery going better than expected. According to AS, the 36-year-old Barca ace is now expected to return for the upcoming game against Levante in La Liga. The reason for this is that his recovery is going much better than expected, and that is definitely helping to accelerate his return. As per the report, he is now scheduled to rejoin group training early next week. Moreover, he is also expected to receive medical clearance on Friday, which should then make him available for selection under Hansi Flick's orders for the game against Levante. Barcelona would receive a great boost. This would undeniably be a big boost for Flick's squad, and Barca would have their top scorer from last season available as well. Consequently, that will give the German coach a lot of options to tactically adjust his team however he wishes to. So, what do you think, Keulers? Should Barcelona let Frenkie de Jong leave if Arsenal come calling, or is he simply too important for Flick's project? And could Gil Fernandez follow the path of many La Masia stars who left early for opportunities abroad? One thing's for sure. With Lamine Yamal shining, Lewandowski returning, and fierce competition in midfield, Barcelona's season promises plenty of drama and excitement. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more daily Barca updates. See you in the next video.